going to walk through a lesson. And in lessons, there are typically three components. There are tasks to help introduce the idea, video lessons, and then leveled assignments to practice the concept. So we're going to click on each one to see an example. The unit lessons begin with this introductory task, and these are solved by students mostly working in collaborative groups, and the teacher is facilitating, helping them build on their ideas. The goal of this is to introduce the topic and typically discover multiple ways to solve the problem. And then the students will have a bit of background to start in on notes and seeing some of the ways to solve the problem and how it relates to what they discovered. So on this, we would put a prompt up, and this is about lockers in Preston High. There's 385 of them, but there's a proportion, 3 to 4 to 4, and the kids have to figure out how many red lockers, orange lockers, and blue lockers would you need to keep that proportion on a bigger scale for the 385 lockers. They're given a paper that helps guide their thinking a bit, and then the kids make a poster and then present their ideas to the class. Another kind of activity is one where for rate, they would have different stations and they'd have different little trucks and jumping rabbits and things moving at different speeds, and try to figure out how they could measure how fast each of those were moving. Another one is just a puzzle. We break into 3 groups, they solve the puzzle, and then they work together trying to put the puzzle together and solve it. It's kind of a fun activity too. So they're introduced to the idea, and then they go home, and the video lessons come with guided notes, and they are asked to watch a video about what they had learned in the task, and they're given guided notes that are leveled with the task levels. So everyone in the guided notes needs to complete the first basic level. So that is an example here. And then as you go through it, then the next level is kind of the orange level that's in the video, and kids will try that with some help. The teacher will give an example, and then they'll get their answer. And then the blue level is the kids are doing application, but they have to do it on their own without any help and come up with their own idea and work. And then finally, the purple level is related to that honors idea, and that one is a creative task, and they have to apply it. So the videos, and you guys can click on these within the presentation, but just to give you a quick thing, kind of change through color. We start with green, then we have blue, and then finishes off with some purple. And the kids the guided notes are nice because students can start and stop them and replay and get the information down well before they go to class, come back to class with questions. So finally, the day after they watch the video notes at home, then we're going to have an actual assignment that used to be homework that happens in class. And the leveled assignments, you might have a book assignment with different numbers set up with the different task levels. Now you'll notice the purple track has less questions, and the yellow track has one more, but the purple track might have a little bit more to do on, like number 23 might have components to it, and they have to come up with their own stuff and they have to draw it. Whereas the yellow track will be more vocabulary and basic computation skills. After they finish this, they will have answer keys, and they can check the work and make sure that they're doing it right or ask questions and correct it too. So those are all the components of the daily lessons: tasks, video lessons, and leveled assignments. And you can go back and click through if you want to check these out. And next up, we're going to be on to assessments.